Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sosnovka. Why are we here? I hear you asking. Why do we have 1.2 trillion euro? Well, the answer is very simple. We're doing mod spotlights again. Oh yes. Now, some of you are probably wondering why on earth I've chosen Sosnovka. The answer's simple. The reset point is there, and the slurry manure are just over there, so I can test out manure spreaders and whatnot. Now today I've got two tractors to show you. I've already checked the log for the first time, so if I bring it up here and get it so that I can scroll up, you can see we are testing the Sami Iron 100 and the Valtra T140 today. They're both loaded in with zero problems, so let's go to the shop and they should be in tractors. So let's bring up the log again. No issues with the shop icons, which is nice. So let's buy that. No issues with the shop icons because it's not going down that far. Yeah, that's fine. That is actually based on a Lamborghini, I believe. The Sami Iron. And the Valtra also loads in with no problems. That is based on the Burr. Lovely. So the Sami is a Lambo and the Valtra is a Burr. And I can tell that because it says, if you look at the two lines, the two bottom lines there, it says F users, James documents my games farming simulator 2015 mods Sami Iron 100 / Nitro 120 T4 IVRT. That's the Lamborghini, and then the one underneath is the Valtra loading in, and that says Burr 6135A.i3D. That is the sample mod Burr. The sky here is very grey. Let's have a look at these things. So, oh dear. One thing that I know a lot of people, in phase one of them, really dislike is when mods have number plates. And both of these are guilty. That Valtra doesn't look very healthy. I thought, yeah. I'll have to talk about that in a moment. So, let's have a look. Missing set warning sign in L10 English. Okay, so that's... Does this have any... Okay, so this is no L10s working, and my mother's friend has just arrived in the house, which is lovely, so there's background noise just as I'm recording. Okay, so F toggles light, keypad 8, which is the numpad, opens the roof window. Okay, 5 and 6 on the number keys, above all the letters on your keyboard are opening the doors, which is very unusual. It's usually 7 and 9, which for some reason are opening the front and rear windows. Let's have a look in cab. This is a pretty basic in cab, I guess. Let's see how this thing drives. So I do have drive control in, just because that's kind of my comfort zone. Let's see how this thing drives at all. What's it sound like? I'm not... Looking at the dual wheels now, I can see an issue. Oh dear, I don't know how the hell the mod author's done this. But you've got the big normal wheels, and then you've got what are effectively just... What he's done is he's... Number one, this isn't lined up correctly. This is... Yeah, he's smooshed them in and made them slightly taller somehow. And would I be right in saying these are gonna wobble like mad things? No, he's just made them taller. And it looks like the same things happened on the front. Yes, he's also... The mod author's also inexplicably decided to reverse the outer wheels. For some reason. The sound in this isn't bad. It does sound like a tractor. Let's get this thing up to speed, and while we're going up, we'll test the horn, which doesn't sound like a tractor at all. The beacons are strobe lights. Okay. By the way, the links to both these mods will be in the descriptions. I did get them off a questionable enough website. Top speed of 42 is fine. Do the blinkers work? Blinkers do work. Is there any other default stuff that I need to worry about? I don't think so. Let's see what the lights are like. The big frame drop because I turned on the lights. They're alright. A bit of overlap there. Yeah, that's... I'm gonna call that good there. So let's turn off the Sami. That's okay. I wouldn't personally use it, but it's perfectly serviceable. The twin wheels are a bit of an issue for me because they're... I've just noticed also they're two different colours. Good! I did say I wouldn't be picking on mods, and I just immediately start picking on that poor Sami. I'm sorry if you're the mod author. It's a good mod. It's a really good mod. The sounds are great except for the... Actually, what's the model like? Just to have a look at it. It is literally just the in-game Lamborghini that's been... I believe it is the in-game Lamborghini that's been given a bit of IC. And is there indoors IC actually? Let's check. No. So it's outdoor IC. Outdoor controls just for the twin wheels. Get English L10s please. And set warning sign is not attached dual wheels. It looks like that thing. This also is a front loader console actually. So let's get a front loader. And because I didn't spot that, let's just use keyboard and mouse to get over there. I'm not too gone on how the dual wheels are attached, I'm gonna be honest. Or even the look of the dual wheels. But I mean, it's an auspicious start, shall we say, for the new series of mod spotlights. Does that look somewhat right? I'm gonna say that looks right. I mean, I don't know if it really sit that far into the console, but I mean... The Stoll front loader on the front looks okay. Did it come with a front loader at all? No, it didn't, so that's your lot from that. Let's turn it off. Let's head over to the Valtra. I saw Simulate's using has managed to get his hands on a Valtra for himself, and it's... Let's just say it's a lot better looking than this. This Valtra has been through the wars and apparently some cement. That is a very cement-looking... dodgy cement-looking texture. The rear end is... needing some love, I'll call that. It's got custom tire models, which I guess is okay. I'm guessing that Sami, by the way, has... it's got the Giant's wheels. It's based on a Giant's tractor. I would assume that it has a dirt skin. Yeah, this Valtra is... Again, I don't like number plates on tractors. I wish people would stop. Let's hop in, and the mirrors kind of work. They're kind of laid into the tractor a bit. That looks like a 2D image. That definitely is a 2D image. And does the dashboard work? It helps if I take off the handbrake. It kind of works. I mean, it's just one dial and it's pretty much either halfway or fully up there. And oh no, it doesn't work. I'm looking at it now. What's gone wrong here is the rotation is wrong. I've seen a bug like this, and I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something that the mod author's done by mistake. If you look at the dial, and I don't have any way of indicating, I'm going to zoom in editing. If you look at the dial, it's spinning in a very unnatural way. It's not actually spinning about the center of rotation. It's not spinning as a dial. It's almost as if he's installed it sideways, which I think he may have done. Let's see if this thing has any features. Let's go on the numpad. 1, 2, and 3 are the blinkers. They all work. Lovely. 4 does nothing. 5 does nothing. 6 is rear work light. 7, 8, 9 do nothing. F is turn on the lights. The lights are... yeah, the lights look pretty good to me. And then the beacon... yeah. It is literally just using the... ooh. Okay, so it looks like this, whoever made this mod, I don't think it's finished, to be honest. I think somebody might have been naughty and released an unfinished version of somebody else's mod. I think that might be what's happened, because I'm looking around and Dave, there is the... Oh, I've got stuck now. How have I got stuck here? Oh, I'm on a flower pot. Let's just check the model here. Well, it is modeled as a... Okay. Now that's something I didn't expect to see. So you can see the exhaust coming in here, and then it goes into the tractor over here. And then for some reason it goes the entire length of the tractor and is just empty polys. As an optimization thing for the mod author, that's unnecessary detail. Is it unnecessary detail? Just gonna have a quick look at it again. Is there any way you can see up inside the tractor itself? Yeah, that's unnecessary detail. It's just empty polys. It's just gonna cause performance issues. This weight is ridiculously detailed for what it is, because it's showing up nearly solid, which means that there's a lot of polys going on there. The tractor itself, I mean, it's made pretty much to giant standards in terms of poly count. It just, I think it could do with a newer looking texture, newer looking paint job. That's my personal preference. Like, this looks like a newish tractor. I prefer it to look new. What do the collisions look like? They look pretty good. The weight doesn't seem to, yeah, the weight doesn't have any collisions. It kind of scoots you up over the tractor, which is okay. The front end, I've never noticed, the front end looks like a John Deere. Yeah, I'm gonna call the collisions on that. Good. Let's go over. I'm gonna presume this. I'm not gonna test dirt skins because that would actually take far too long. I'd have to have like a half-hour test of having them work. So I'm not gonna test dirt skins. I'm just gonna see basic functions. So what I'll do, to be fair to the Sami, is I will detach that, and just reverse it away and take off the dual wheels so that we get... Actually, no, I'll give it a worst case scenario. One thing I didn't check. Yep, no frame rate hits. So let's press F4. Let's have a look at this thing. It's pretty good in terms of model. No. Yeah. Just the little details are showing up as being maybe a bit excessively modeled, and the number plate almost looks... No, the number plate looks fine. What do the windscreen show up as here? Yeah, the windows look fine. Everything looks fine in terms of modeling, in terms of raw poly count. Let's see what the collisions look like. You can see the triggers here for the dual wheels. So if I press R here, or here, or here, or here, it'll detach the dual wheels. Collisions for the tractor itself appear to be hidden inside the tractor, which is different. Well, it's fairly common, but it's very, very close to what the tractor body is, which is always nice to see. And the rear collision is, I would call that a logical place. Because some tractors you see, some mods you see, and I've seen them, by the way, the frame rate is dipping now because I'm pushing this with laser vision. Some models I've seen where you can like walk straight into the back. I wonder, does Valtra have the issue? Whoa. Well, the collision's a lot closer to the rear end of the tractor here. You can see I'm right up into the 3-point. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reset these two and just get a... we'll get the Caverlan because it's cheaper. I'm going to reset all three of them. And we'll just do a quick 3-point test. Because there is one more thing I want to test with both these tractors. Definitely the Valtra. The Sami should be okay. So let's turn this off completely. Now, first things first, the Valtra. This doesn't have a front hitch. I think we can all be in agreement with that. There's no visible front hitch on the Valtra. Except there is. I hate when mod authors do that. He hasn't bothered taking away the front hitch code. So you can put a fertilizer, you can put an equipment on the front of the Valtra, That's... Woo, stop. That's not very nice. I hate when that happens, because it's a reasonably good mod otherwise. I just don't agree with the texture work. Let's look at where the PTO joins in. PTO looks good. Rear 3-point also looks good. I'm gonna give that a passing grade. So issues with the Valtra really are, if you can call it an issue, no extra functions, potentially no dirt skin. There's no glass, that much I can see straight away. And while you might like this texture, personally I don't, especially not seeing as the Valtra is really bright and shiny. If the Valtra logo there, the Valtra name was a bit muddied up, the Valtra logo, well the Valtra logo is, but if the Valtra name there was a bit muddied up, I would be totally fine with this. Also the edge of the mudguard back here looks a bit messy. It looks, yeah, it looks, the edge of the mudguard's a bit messy. Let's have a look at the Sami now. This does have a front hitch, so I'd expect the 3-point to work, especially seeing as it's taken, it is literally just a retexture of the in-game Lamborghini with some funky lights on top, I think. So let's see. That PTO looks good. That 3-point also looks good. Very nice. Let's spin it around and see what happens when we attach the rear 3-point, because... Oh dear. Oh dear. The farmer has an issue. Farmer Joe, what's going on with you? The farmer has broken both of his hands. I'm afraid he can no longer work. That's due to the wheel being turned too much. You see, what Giants do is they've got the wheels inside the cabs moving like kind of like this much so that it doesn't look too wonky, but this guy's decided to have the wheel turn the full distance, and unfortunately the farmer model can't quite keep up. The rear 3-point also looks good. I wonder, does the... I mean, I do like the animated farmer inside, but it does look a bit... I think he's got bigger issues than broken hands. His arm is completely snapped, and his hands don't appear to be attached in the first place. Oh dear. That Sami looked so good until I discovered that stuff. Does the Valtra have the same issue, I wonder? No, you see, this is what normally happens is, although a bit janky, the farmer steers a small amount, whereas if you go in cab, the wheel moves a lot. It's a cheeky way around having to animate... It's honestly a really cheeky way around having to animate hands moving. So if you were given the choice of these two mods, and only these two mods to have in your game, and if I was given the choice, I'd go with the Sami. The Valtra, it just, the texture doesn't do it for me, the phantom front hitch doesn't do it for me. That said, I don't like the strobe lights, the disco lights on top of the Sami, but I could live with that. This, not so much. So I'm gonna call this an episode. Amazingly, no errors. I was kind of... This is gonna sound bad. I was hoping for an error so I could talk you guys through an error and how to sort it, but no such problems today, which is nice. I guess I can't show off the full scope of this series quite yet. You'll have to wait for the next one, guys. Sorry. So until next time, and until I find another couple of mods, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching your Farming Simulator 15 mod spotlight. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.